Y'all best bet is be like, hey, bro, drop that with Jack, bro. I ain't laying down. Like, I'm gonna get back even if I get life. Trust me.
Kodak Black and Jackboy's beef is getting darker by the day. It's already claimed one innocent life, and now things are spinning even wilder. Word on the street says Jackboy might have sent some shooters after his old homie. 2 people got hit in Yak's own hood, and now fans can't stop speculating that Jackboy had something to do with the October 2025 hit. Deputies rolled up to the 1600 block of Northwest 10th Circle in Pompano Beach and found 2 men bleeding out. They rushed both to the hospital, but one didn't make it. He passed before police could get any details. The shooter had already dipped by the time cops arrived, and nobody saw who pulled the trigger. It was chaos. Now, Florida's got plenty of wild neighborhoods, but Pompano Beach hits different. That's Kodak Black's stomping grounds. And that's exactly why fans started connecting Jackboy to the shooting. After everything went down, Jackboy jumped on IG and made it even crazier. He shared a clip of the news story and said, "Even though y'all don't like me, it's sad to see y'all boys keep dying every other week." Then he told them, "Go get y'all CDL license. I got trucks, I'm gonna put y'all on." Sounds like he was trying to play peacemaker, but not for long. Right after that, he posted an IG story blasting Kodak's track Before I Go, where Kodak raps, "Everybody going to die before I go." Jackboy used that to send a bold message. He wanted Kodak and his crew to know he's not backing down.
What's your favorite fast food?
Jack in a box.
Hell yeah. What's your go-to from there?
Just Jack in a box.
Oh shit.
Jack in a box. Jack in a box? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like how it sound.
Still, even with all the online talk, there's zero solid proof Jackboy had any part in that Pompano Beach hit. But fans aren't letting the rumors rest. Jackboy didn't hold back. He said straight up he'd rather do life in prison than ever make peace with Kodak. That's how deep the bad blood runs between these two. Kodak didn't reply directly to Jackboy's trolling, but he definitely threw shade while streaming with a dude named Neon. During the live, Kodak made it crystal clear. He said he wanted to see Jackboy dead. That line had fans losing their minds. People couldn't believe Kodak would say that out loud, especially since rumors were already floating around that shooters had tried to take Jackboy out just to get attention from Kodak. It was a wild situation, and fans were split between calling Kodak bold or completely out of pocket. The tension actually goes back to 2023. Jackboy had a show in Sanford, Florida, and after performing, he and his crew dipped out in a Sprinter van. But the streets were hot that night. 6 cars packed with shooters were supposedly waiting for him. When the ambush went down, they hit the wrong van. Instead of Jackboy's ride, they unloaded on another Sprinter filled with innocent women. That mistake turned deadly, and that's when everyone realized this beef had gone way too far. The shooters let loose on that van, thinking Jackboy was inside, but they were dead wrong. Instead of hitting Jackboy, they ended up spraying 6 innocent women who had nothing to do with any of this. It was tragic. One of them, Princess Tolliver, lost her life, and 5 of her friends were injured. These women weren't at Jackboy's concert. They were just trying to get home after a normal night out. But fate had other plans, and their van got mistaken for the wrong one.
So lit like a nigga touched my car. I ain't even touched this.
Police later arrested 13 men allegedly tied to a Crips set out of Seminole County called On Top Forever, also known as OTF. Kodak never faced any charges for the shooting, but investigators said the crew was watching the drama between Jackboy and Kodak play out online. They wanted to make a name for themselves, so they jumped in, trying to take out Jackboy just to earn some clout. Now, rappers getting shot at after shows isn't new, but this situation felt personal. Someone clearly wanted Jackboy gone. Word is, not long after that, shooters even tried to catch him slipping at his own house inside a gated community. That's wild. Rumors said his brother got hit during the attempt and had to be airlifted to the hospital. But instead of laying low, Jackboy went live on IG and started clowning the shooters for missing him. He turned near death into a moment to talk his talk. Things eventually cooled down a bit after Jackboy's fans got targeted in 2024. But peace never lasts long in this feud. By January 2025, Jackboy was back at it, flexing again. He spotted one of Kodak's custom Jeeps, took a photo with it, and posted it online like he was sending a warning shot, basically saying, "I can still reach you." The next day, Kodak fired back, brushing it off and saying he wasn't worried at all. Because, in his words, Jackboy didn't even touch the Jeep. The tension just keeps building.
Celebrating that a crackhead went to the White House. Fuck you.
Yak kept it moving like nothing could slow him down. Just a few weeks later, he was making headlines again, this time for pulling up to the White House. That's right, Kodak Black went from the streets to shaking hands with power. It's wild considering that back in 2019, he got hit with a 4-year prison sentence, but Donald Trump stepped in and pardoned him in 2021. That connection clearly opened some major doors. For most rappers, getting invited to the White House would be a career-defining win. But Jackboy wasn't impressed at all. He jumped online and started roasting Kodak, calling him a crackhead. He's been throwing that jab for a while too. Jackboy's been accusing Kodak of blackballing him in the industry and then spiraling into drug use. And here's the crazy part. Jackboy's not the only one saying it. Fans and even a few insiders started thinking Yak was slipping too. Things really blew up after Kodak's Drink Champs interview in 2023. He went viral because people swore he looked out of it. The internet lit up with memes and comments about him tripping. Then, just when the noise started to die down, Yak got arrested for cocaine possession. But he tried to clear things up, telling everyone he wasn't on coke. He was just sipping lean when it happened. The drama around Kodak just never seems to end. Yak tried to clear his name, saying the cocaine charge was totally fake. But then, out of nowhere, he admitted on live that he had smoked meth before. That confession shook everybody. Fans didn't know what to believe. He quickly followed up, saying he wasn't a junkie, but his actions were still wild. Not long after, Kodak made headlines again for literally throwing rocks at a reporter who tried to ask him questions. The man's temper and unpredictability had the internet buzzing once again. Then came May 2025, when Yak jumped back into the spotlight with a fiery freestyle on the Radar.
He tried to blackball me. Now he's smoking crack.
He rapped, Andra still dropped bodies and albums. Count them. Got a Phantom and a Lambo. 2 mansions and a Chevy. Tell them kids ain't they stepdaddy, young dude with a meth habit still flashy. The lyrics had everyone talking. He basically owned up to his past while still bragging about his success. It was raw, shocking, and pure Kodak energy. By October 2025, Yak went live again, trying to set the record straight. He told fans he wasn't tweaking on meth, but admitted he'd tried it before, and that just fueled even more controversy. Meanwhile, during that same heated live where Jackboy called Kodak a crackhead, Jackboy dropped another bombshell. He claimed he'd flown out to Haiti to meet with a woo lady, and that's why Kodak started falling off. Woo ladies are known in Haitian culture for practicing voodoo, and the rumor was that Jackboy might have used spiritual energy to curse Yak. That claim got wild fast, especially since Kodak's dad is from Haiti, and Yak himself has rapped about voodoo before, like on his track Voodoo with Future, where he said, I pray to the angels. The beef had officially gone from the streets to the supernatural. But the devil is stronger, wondering why I'm in hell still. Nobody's nice, nobody cares. Those haunting bars set the tone for what came next. After Jackboy claimed he used voodoo against Yak, he dropped a fiery response track titled Woo Lady. In it, he spit, ain't gotta go see no woo lady. What you think my grandma for? My granny played with voodoo, bitch. I feel like Fool made 100 off a glitch. He was making it clear. If spiritual power was in play, it ran in his bloodline. The track was raw, eerie, and full of subliminal shots straight at Kodak.
I done told y'all, I done told y'all I fucked with them. I done told y'all I did meth before. Know me like the fuck, bro. I ain't in that shit, bro. I ain't around no cocaine or cocaine.
Jackboy didn't stop there either. He followed up with more bars, warning, now I only the studio. Okay, cool, let's go. Talking shit, better not be at that stove. It was like every line was a warning wrapped in a threat. Fans could feel the tension. The feud had gone beyond rap at this point. But then, Jackboy flipped the heat onto Kodak again when he exposed him for dropping a collab with 6ix9ine. Everyone knew Kodak had always been vocal about hating snitches. So when fans saw him in the studio with 6ix9ine, they were stunned. The backlash was instant. Yak was catching hate left and right online, but Wack 100 came out to defend him, claiming Kodak only took the collab because he got paid $1 million and scored a brand new Rolls Royce for doing it. Jackboy wasn't buying that excuse one bit. In his bars, he fired back, quit acting tough, the weakest. Forget that little boy talk. I know the real you. Just to show, even with $1 million, that money can't unlame you. You did a song with the Rat for $1 million. No real street dude respect you. You surround yourself with soft people so none of them gon' check you. The shots were brutal, and the fans went wild.
Kodak Black leaving the Broward County Jail Wednesday, throwing rocks at a local 10 photojournalist. You can hear the photojournalist say, call the cops. Call the cops. They were called after this outburst by Kodak where he threatened to punch me.
Kodak, and you threatened to beat me up too. You threatened to punch me.
And it wasn't just Jackboy calling Kodak out. Even Billy Ado, an alleged Treyway affiliate who once tried to hunt 6ix9ine down with a gun, stepped in. After Yak's collab with 6ix9ine dropped, Billy Ado went on No Jumper and flat out said Kodak was banned from Brooklyn. This beef just keeps stacking layers. From Voodoo curses to million-dollar collabs, there's no sign of peace anytime soon. Jackboy wasn't letting up. He kept clowning Kodak, this time roasting him for hanging out with Trump and bragging about it in his raps. In one track he spit, "Stop acting like you up, go check that score. Then tell Trump, free my friends. Made $1 million, but I'll still crash shorty, don't got no sense." The shots were direct, fiery, and full of disrespect. Jackboy was making it clear that no amount of money or political connections could make him respect Kodak again. Then, things got even messier. During another live session, Jackboy accused Kodak of being a snitch when they were locked up together back in 2018. According to Jackboy, one day on the cell block, he was caught smoking weed, and Yak supposedly ratted him out to the guards. He even claimed Kodak got moved into protective custody after that to keep him safe. That accusation hit hard because in street circles, snitching is a serious stain on your name. Jackboy also didn't hold back when talking about Kodak's career. He said Yak's music was falling off and told him to get his CDL and start driving trucks instead. It was pure disrespect. But here's the twist. Jackboy's music numbers started dropping around the same time too. Back in his prime, every drop was pulling millions of views, but lately, his new tracks were struggling to even hit 500,000. To keep his money flowing, Jackboy tried to switch gears and opened up a restaurant with his homie Cleishon Hill in Oakland called Pierre Pierre.
I'm getting a fucking mess. I tried it though.
It was a smart business move for a rapper, but things didn't go as planned. The restaurant was reportedly over a year behind on rent and already struggling to stay afloat. Then, on May 2nd, 2025, chaos broke out. Someone pulled up and started shooting into the restaurant, hitting 2 people. It was a terrifying scene that nearly ended in tragedy. The business had to shut down after that, turning what was supposed to be Jackboy's smart investment into another dark chapter in his story. Nobody knows who actually pulled the trigger, but the streets started buzzing fast. Rumors spread that the shooting might have been tied to Jackboy and Kodak's long-running beef. The talk got so wild that Cleishon Hill, Jackboy's business partner, had to start a GoFundMe just to raise money to fix the restaurant after the chaos. But before they could even catch a break, someone came back and smashed the restaurant's windows with bricks. It was like trouble just kept following them. Jackboy and Hill tried to relocate and give Pierre Pierre a fresh start, but things only got worse. Before they could move out, the landlord kicked them out completely. And now they're being sued by another restaurant company that claims the duo owes them over $10,000.
I mean, I don't
come in my hood and dap nobody up. Nobody.
You don't think?
For what? Nobody. For
I feel like if Kodak goes to Brooklyn tomorrow, he's good.
Maybe
he's
Brooklyn,
gonna be
but
celebrated.
he can't come to Bed-Stuy and chill. I wouldn't even, none of my friends wouldn't approve of that.
The whole business move turned into a disaster. As for the music scene, both Jackboy and Kodak aren't exactly at the top of their game right now. But here's where it gets interesting. Some insiders claim Kodak's crazy behavior isn't from drugs at all. According to them, he's just putting on an act for the cameras to keep people talking. A streamer named Zoe Spencer even backed that up after linking with Yak in the studio. She said that when the cameras were off, Kodak acted like a totally different person, calm, cool, and collected. Meanwhile, Jackboy's still been taking shots online, saying Kodak's money is drying up, but Yak wasn't about to let anyone question his pockets. He went out and dropped a massive $800,000 on a brand new piece of ice just to prove he's still shining. And the disrespect didn't stop there. Jackboy also claimed Kodak doesn't have any real street ties, but that sparked drama quick. During an IG live, some random dude started arguing with Kodak, saying, "Yak never put in any work in the streets." Things got heated fast. And word is, that same dude got taken out not long after dissing Yak. This beef just refuses to die down. The very next day, chaos hit the streets again. Some dudes caught the guy who had dissed Yak and stomped him out, and they did it on camera.
So go grab his CDL. That shit, hey, driving, boy, that boy be driving for 4 days. Boy, that boy never go to sleep, boy.
The footage spread fast, adding even more fuel to the madness. There's no proof that Kodak had anything to do with it, though. Some sources say those guys just handled it because the dude was acting reckless in their hood. Either way, it was another wild moment tied to Yak's name. This whole beef with Jackboy has dragged Kodak through endless controversy, but lately, it seems like Yak's trying to move different. He dropped a new track called How to Let Go, and the lyrics hit deep. He raps, trying to find a way, doing something different. Leave the street life behind without me dissing it. All this killing seemed like it ain't no ending. My lil homie had big dreams. Now he a memory. The song felt like Yak was finally trying to leave the streets behind and focus on something real. Growth. But while Kodak might be ready to turn the page, Jackboy's still locked in on revenge mode. He keeps saying Kodak's the one who started their feud. But now, Jackboy's so angry about it that he's claiming he's ready to catch a life sentence before he ever makes peace with him. That's how deep his hatred runs.
Little does everybody know, when I got off stream with Kodak, he was regular. I don't know where the deodorant launch person went, but he was normal. I went to the studio, everything, till like 7 a.m. Normal, regular.
And with his restaurant business shut down and his music not pulling the same numbers as before, people are saying Jackboy might be keeping this feud alive just to stay in the spotlight. It's harsh, but the timing makes it look that way. Meanwhile, Kodak's been quiet when it comes to Jackboy lately, choosing not to respond publicly. But instead of silence overall, he's been turning his energy toward another rival, NBA Youngboy. Word is, the whole Jackboy versus Kodak beef originally sparked because Kodak blamed Jackboy for starting problems with Youngboy while Yak was still locked up. What began as a brotherhood turned into betrayal. And now, years later, both sides are too deep in to ever back down. Kodak was actually the first one to take aim at NBA Youngboy. When Youngboy dropped his new album in 2025, Yak wasted no time. He jumped on IG and straight up called the project trash. That alone had both fan bases going crazy, but Kodak wasn't done yet. When Youngboy hit Miami for a concert, Yak made a grand entrance, flying in on a helicopter and throwing a wild yacht party right outside the venue. It was a bold move, pure showmanship, and total disrespect at the same time. Then came another twist. Rumors started flying that Youngboy had hooked up with one of Kodak's exes, Mellow Rax, and allegedly passed her herpes. The internet blew up over that one. Kodak fired back on a new track, spitting, "There go that man again giving people beats." Fans knew exactly who he was talking about, and the drama only got louder.
You see me in person, bro, you gonna hold your head down.
You never did no work.
Bro,
Have you ever stood out there and got in that car by yourself?
That's how I know you asked, because
Keep
you
it
got
real,
Voodoo
fam.
in your corner.
Even though Youngboy didn't respond to any of Kodak's disses, it's clear there's still tension between the two. Still, it doesn't look like things will explode anytime soon. They both seem to know it's better to keep it on wax than take it to the streets. But Kodak's feud with Jackboy, that's a whole different beast. Real lives have already been lost behind it, and Jackboy keeps making it clear. He's not backing down from anything. With all the chaos, jealousy, and blood already spilled, there's no telling what could happen next. What do you think? Will Kodak and Jackboy ever squash this, or will it spiral even deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment for more wild rap drama updates.